Say it.
Yeah, I know.
This was funny, wasn't it?
You planning any bill?
Yeah, it's gonna be, well, he's doing, there's this Easter Bunny Scramble he does, on Friday. He does it every year. So he's gonna be doing that. And then we're gonna try to golf as much as possible. Yeah. We like to go at least once a week. But, you know, that's kind of like our like date time, you know, we try to sneak away. But now I have to pay for it, so I'm sorry.
Let's call the order of the April 18th, 2019 Plan Commission. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Broderick?
Here.
Mr. Cox?
Here.
Mr. Crompton?
Here.
Mr. Dillon?
Here.
Ms. Fide?
Here,
Mr. Kella?
Here.
Mr. Mystic?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we have no request for a change in the agenda as printed, so we will proceed. The first item would be approval of the March 21st, 2019 Plan Commission meetings.
Have a motion to approve the minutes, please.
moved. Second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Ms. Fide?
aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Broderick?
Here, yes, ayes.
Mr. Kella?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Our next item would be citizens to be heard on agenda items. This particular section is for anyone wanting to speak regarding items that are listed on the agenda, except for any items that are listed under public hearing. There is a 4-minute maximum in effect. Seeing none, we will move on to old business, public hearing. There are no items listed there. Old business, no public hearings. No items listed as well. Under new business, public hearing, we have V-1-19. That is the vacation of a combined 30-foot by 125-foot access and public utility and drainage easement on lots 11 and 12 in the Stone City Commercial Park Subdivision, Unit 2. The applicant in this matter is Derek April, who is the contract purchaser and developer. The owner of the property is Route 53 and Laraway Road, LLC. Their requested action would be approval of a vacation of an access and public utility and drainage easement to allow future construction of a truck washing facility. Existing zoning is B3, and that is City of Joliet General Business Zoning. Location 2421 South Chicago Street. Size of the property is 2.5 acres, currently undeveloped. Surrounding land use and zoning: to the north is commercial, City B3. To the south is undeveloped, B3. To the east is commercial, B3. And to the west is commercial, B3. Under site history, the subject site was annexed and zoned B3 in November 2000. The proposal in question is located on and over 2 existing lots that were part of the Stone City Commercial Park Unit 2 subdivision, which was approved and recorded in 2011. Stone City Drive was previously dedicated and runs internally within the subdivision to service the existing lots. A special use permit was approved by the City Council in November 2018 to allow the truck washing facility. An extension to allow an additional 180 days to begin construction of the truck washing facility was requested at the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. Under special information, the petitioner wishes to vacate the easements that currently divide the 2 existing lots in order to construct a new truck wash facility along Route 53. If the easements were left in their current locations, they would encroach beneath the proposed building. With the proposal to consolidate the existing 2 lots into one combined 2.5 acre site, the easements are no longer needed. The city's Public Works and Utilities department are not opposed to the vacation, and as of the writing of this staff report, there has been no opposition from any other utility company to this particular request. The petitioner stated previously in a meeting with staff that the proposed truck wash will be similar to the Blue Beacon truck wash in Monet. 2 bays are being proposed that will include 1 automatic wash and 1 hand wash option. 4 employees will initially be hired to work at the facility. Truck repair will not be permitted within the facility or on-site. Water and sewer connections are available within mains along the west side of Stone City Drive. 86% of the water used will be from recycled on-site water. An 8-minute wash time is expected per wash. Business hours of operation that are being proposed would be a 24-hour operation, 7 days a week. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. May we have the petitioner on this, please? State your name and address, please.
Hi, I'm Derek April, 330 Willow Avenue, Joliet, Illinois.
You have anything to add?
Nothing to add.
Any questions from the commission?
I got a couple. In reference to where they're going to be coming in and out, is it maybe a dual exit and entrance, or is it going to be off of Laraway for an entrance and an exit out the same way, or
There's
exit
going to be
on?
one entrance off of Stone City Drive right there. That's where they come in at, and they're going to go out right on the private road right there in between the gas station and the property that I'm trying to purchase.
Do you anticipate any, how long of a line could be for this? That would be to get to Stone City Drive? They're not going to have anything tied up on Laraway or
No,
there?
nothing on Laraway. All the trucks that come off of Stone City Drive onto the property, and right now the property can hold 12 trucks.
Okay.
So they would turn on Laraway, they would then go down Stone City Drive, then pull in.
Well, yes.
And then when they go back out,
They go off on a private road, then make a right onto Way and come back.
back
out.
onto 53.
Yes.
Exit only will be right, so it's
Yes,
not
exit will
tied
only be
up.
right, yes. Yes.
I got a question for Kendall. Is that Stone City, Kendall? That is city property road, right?
It is within the city of Joliet, yes.
Okay, so we maintain the actual road then, if it breaks down?
If it's within the public right-of-way, that is the city's responsibility. If it's a private drive, then it's the property owner.
Also, do you know if it was constructed for the weight limits that would go in there?
That's a very good question. I think with the fueling center there, definitely that was done to withstand the truck traffic. I can't attest to any of the other internal driveways, though.
Commissioner Dillon, my name is Mike Hanson. I represent the property owner and represented everybody who developed the whole property. Your question is very appropriate, and the answer is yes. The roads were built for truck specs, et cetera, all the roads.
That's good,
Thank
just
you.
like to know ahead of time.
Thank you. Any other questions? Any questions from the audience? Yes, sir. Give your name and
Terrace
address.
here, 19544 Sharp Road, Elwood. I'm a volunteer over at Stone City Post. Me and another guy, we're the ones that take care of the grounds out there. And there is no truck parking on either side of Stone City Drive, yet they're parked there every morning. So they're gonna be using Stone City Drive to get in, right? You're gonna be vacating a drainage easement that goes basically from 53 to Stone City Drive, and that's a backlot line drainage easement. Now, what happens,
Excuse me a second.
excuse me,
No, the easement runs north-south. It's not, it won't go to Stone City Drive. The part of the easement he's vacating,
well, according to that blue spot over there,
right,
Yeah.
it's right
Right.
there.
that is going, you still got a backlot line there.
Right, but the drainage easement that vacated runs from that,
Then where would they be
north-south.
getting rid of their water to then? Their runoff, rainwater?
it'll go to, I'm assuming it's gonna go to the side easements.
And like I told you before, a couple weeks ago, we had oil end up at the pond back in the back. It didn't come from the south side where Stone City has piping in there. It came from the truck stop. Nobody takes responsibility in there, and it ends up all over the pond. I can understand you wanted to put a truck wash there, but they just built one across the street at Emerald Drive and 53, a truck wash, and a truck fueling station too. They're not doing that great, the truck wash, you know.
They're not promoting as a truck wash though. It's like a private company. They're not promoting, I'm promoting as a truck wash.
You know, are you gonna maintain everything
Yes, I am.
as, you know, and that means not like,
We
like,
put separation tanks under the ground, so the water and the oil will be separated.
and what happens when the clean out comes?
We clean it out.
Because I've seen car washes clean out in Manhattan, the pits, and they drain them, all their sludge and everything, they just wheelbarrow it right down into the pond.
We have it sucked out, everything sucked out and took away from the property.
And you're gonna maintain the property, because like Pilot and Route 66, truck stop, you know, they're great at maintaining the lot. If you look in between 53, the right of way, it's all garbage, plastic, and cups from both of them, and nobody cleans it up, because that's a state right of way, right? Now, being that we are there at Stone City and we maintain the property, I clean up every morning. Every cigarette butt and every crack in that driveway is picked up, right? And we still get truck drivers come out there, park up alongside the road, eat stuff from Pops over there, and the first thing they do is right out the window. And do you think that Pops decides our
We're not
employees
selling
can?
no food in that, my truck wash.
Well, right, but your truck drivers, where do you think they're gonna go for food?
They're gonna go there first anyway.
Right, and then they're gonna toss everything out. Now, are you willing to pick up stuff in the center of
Yes,
median
if it's on my
53?
property, yes, I
Well,
should.
well, no,
I can't go off on nobody else's property to pick up their
It's
garbage.
two lanes.
in the right of way, in the drainage easement, on 53.
All right,
Right.
Mr. Gutierrez? I mean, his trucks are going in and going out, they're not even coming down your road.
I understand.
And,
But
I mean, I know you got a problem with
People don't
parking
understand,
there.
when you bring stuff out, and they throw garbage out and everything, I don't see anybody from the commission here saying, you know, that didn't come from the homeowners. That came from people that we allowed to come in there, and that it's their customers, but they're not willing to take responsibility for their customers. That's where Stone City takes and separates themselves, because we pick up along Stone City Drive,
All right,
too.
hang on a sec. Mr. Hanson's got something he wants to say.
Commissioner, Chairman Kellen, members of the commission, Mike Hansing in representing the property owner and the whole subdivision. A couple of comments. Mr. Dan Malinowski is their engineer for the subdivision. He's checked out this drainage and drainage easement. I'll recheck it with him just to make sure there aren't any situations that Mr. Gutierrez is bringing up. It's a good point. We want to make sure there's no issues with anybody, any adjoining properties. My understanding is no, but I'll make sure that is correct before we go to the city council. Secondly, we're selling this property to Mr. April. We've checked him out. I'm sure that he's going to take care of his property and keep it clean and neat, just like any other property owner, so or else we wouldn't be selling the property to him, so, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Anything else you want to add, or you got
That's
that? Okay, carrying on, the motion is in order for V-1-19.
Motion.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Ms. Fiding?
Aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Broderick?
Derek, best of success. Yeah, I vote aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye, good luck.
Mr. Kella?
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it clean, please.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is new business, no public hearing. We have the Plan Commission chairperson selection. Mr. Chairman, I think we would need to do this as a motion to nominate someone, and then there would need to be a second, and then we would call the roll.
All right. So do we have a nomination for chair?
Make a motion for John Dillon as chairman.
Second.
Mr. Dillon? I guess you can't vote on that, can you?
That would be, yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Ms. Fiding?
Aye.
Mr. Kella?
Aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Broderick?
Best of success, John. I vote aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We have no items under study session, no items under old or new business, not for final action or recommendation. Next, we would have public comments, and this is for anyone wanting to speak regarding non-agenda items. and the 4-minute rule is in effect. Okay, seeing none, is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved. Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Broderick? To adjourn.
To adjourn.
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Unless you're going to stay.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Ms. Spivey?
Aye.
Mr. Kella?
Aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Thank you.
Mr. Kendall, do we ever have